Here we are for the first hoop house update for 2011. There's the hoop house still standing well after for the third year. We needed to do repair to the ends because I mistakenly used the kind of plastic that you get in the local hardware store, and it just did not last more than one season. Now I've replaced it with an appropriate greenhouse plastic, and I'm looking forward to not having to make more repairs for a few years. It's now May, middle of May, and this is 2 months later than our first hoop house update of 2010. We got started a lot later, partly because last year it really didn't seem worthwhile to start in March, and this year in April we had a long vacation and we couldn't get to it at that point in time. So here we are in mid-May, and we'll see where we are when we go inside. Well, let's go inside our hoop house and see what things look like. And of course what you see immediately is that things are very small. We are 2 months later than we were last year, so things have not grown very big. Right here we have our jalapeno peppers, and we're trying a different variety this year because the ones that we got from I'll remember the name of it in a moment, were not hot. And here's the Carmen peppers, which we truly loved last year. They get to be big red peppers. And here's our gypsies, which I purchased plants for because we were late, and the gypsy seeds we had didn't really germinate. And here's actually a major change in our hoop house arrangement this year. You'll see here, this is a frame with netting on it that comes from the side towards the middle, and we're going to grow our cucumbers this way. Last year we had wires that stretched along the length of the hoop house, and what happened is the cucumbers that grew through the back we couldn't get to, and it was quite a mess. So this way we have enough room, so I can step right in here and get on the back as well as the front. And the cucumbers that we have two kinds of Persian cucumbers. First one here is one from Reimer Seeds that I think is really good, and I prefer it actually to this other one, Diva, which we grew and grows very well, but the flavor or the texture isn't quite as good. And then over here we have Armenian cucumbers, and you'll notice here already, even though they've only been planted for a few days, quite a lot of insect damage. And I've never had this happen in prior years, and I believe it's a kind of a flea beetle. So I've sprayed it with neem and a pyrethrin, and we'll hopefully take care of that. And then on this side we have our tomatoes, and we have the Sun Gold, the one we grew here from Reimer Seeds, which we grew 2 years ago, and the delicious flavor was absolutely delicious. And last year's were not as tasty, so I've gone back to Reimer Seeds. And because we're late in getting started, I bought a plant that I'm going to grow for a while until the other one starts bearing. Then we have here a big boy, which I bought, and I'm hoping it will act as a beefsteak tomato for us. And one of the things you'll notice is, as compared to last year, if you've been following, there's a lot more space between the tomatoes. And my hope is that we will get almost as much from fewer plants, giving them enough space, and avoid a lot of disease that comes from too much crowding. And here we have Nayugas, which is really a favorite. When we did a taste test with a lot of people last year, the Sun Gold came in first, and the Nayugas, which is a purple tomato, came in second. And we liked it really a lot, because the Sun Gold, of course, is a cherry tomato, and this is a full-fledged tomato. And over here we have a purple Cherokee, another purple tomato that my sister, who lives in Washington, D.C., has grown and had great success and loved it. So we're going to try it this year. And here we have Stupice, which is a Czech variety of tomato. And someone from Czechoslovakia gave me the correct pronunciation. And this was our third rated tomato, and very heavy bearing tomato, and we're expecting to get lots of them and love them. So that's the tomatoes and our peppers and our cucumbers. And you can see looks very sparse at the moment, but we're hoping it will grow rapidly, and by a month when we come back you will be surprised at how much we have in the way of vegetation in our hoop house. Until then, good gardening.